Minotaur Warper, game number 32 in the Elliptic Streak. We have a little head start here. Had a really easy early game, which is to be expected, you know, on a Minotaur. It's, well, it's kind of funny because we actually had a quote-unquote hard early game because we had Jackals right off the bat. But it's pretty hard for the game to screw you when you're playing as a Minotaur. So anyway, what's OgNe? Hey, doesn't he? Anyway, we're training axes to 18. We found a broad axe, but it doesn't have any brand on it, and it's not really enchanted. So we're sticking with this flail for now. My MR is not terrible. 16% chance of para. If I pop on Pro Magic, which I should, well, hold on, let me drop some stuff. There we go. If I pop on Pro Magic, which I should, Orc Sorcerers only have a 2% chance to para, which is still meaningful, but I think we're safe insofar as long as I have that blink scroll, I'm very, very safe from sorcerers. I can always blink away if need be. So I think we will go ahead and do Orc. You know, our defenses are not exactly amazing. The SH is really great, but everything else is questionable. But I mean, that's because we're using this +1 scale of MR. I probably should have purchased the +3 scale of MR. We'd have 2 more AC, but it's not that big of a difference, so I'm not going to correct my mistake just yet. I'd be surprised if that affects anything, really. And with our +10 Slay, 5 from the Ring, and 5 from the Gauntlets of War, I have a suspicion we're just going to smash through the rest of this game pretty easily. Interesting. Do we have digging? Yeah, we do. Wow, I burned through 4 digging to do this. Totally worth it, though. This way we don't have to risk coming up a stairway and being surrounded, you know, or paralyzed right off the bat. Here we go. Uh-oh. 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 Hey guys, hey fellas. That's a lot of enters I had to press. Wow, not only did we get the giant, the big ogre ending, this way we get to be surrounded right off the bat. Well, this is interesting. I could haste. This would be a fun way to kill all this crap really quickly. We have RF++. I have 10 evokes, so I could probably kill an ogre immediately, you know. I think I am going to burn a haste, though, because this is dangerous as hell. I'm going to risk an MO. It's not really a risk since I knew I could do that without him acting since I'm hasted. At least I was pretty sure. Now here's the real question. Here's the $1,000 question. If I Ice Blast this dude, what are the chances of me actually killing one of these ogres? I feel like it's really high at 10 invokes. Or 10 evokes, rather. But it's not exactly easy for me to find out the formula. Well, it says 3D 4.67 plus power divided by 5 damage for players. I mean, look at that formula. I don't even know how to calculate my spell power effectively. I'm sure if I looked up evocations, I probably could, but let's just... I don't know. Should I risk it? Should I risk the para? Would I die immediately if I got parried? I probably would. But I really don't want to waste a blink because it's my last blink. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm like 90% sure this will kill one of them, and it does. Cool. So that guy dies. Perfect. Hey, NG Matt. How you doing, man? Okay. Now we're really trying to stay out of the Ogre Mage's way, so I think we're going to read Telly now to prepare this fight for my inevitable escape. Now this is interesting. If this kills this ogre, that's perfect. I could instead... I mean, this two-headed ogre is almost dead. And I think... Is he large? Yeah, he's considered to be large. So I think he blows up... hey, thanks for the follow, spoilers. I think if he blows up, he gets two tiles, right? So with him almost dead, I could maybe get away with lightning blasting like this. You know? But I don't know. I feel like it's smarter to Ice Blast. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. Where's my Agi? All the very important stuff is dead. Let's drink Agi now. And then, I guess I can just step away to avoid taking damage from the troll. We're going to telly out of here soon. I'm tempted to burn an invis, to be honest, just because I don't know what all else is going to be in here once I telly. 1 spell power equals 15 plus skill times 3.5. Thank you, doesn't he? So 13.5. Well, we already learned that it can one-shot them at our current spell power, so that's fine. I probably can't do too much else in here. But like I said, all the important stuff is dead, so we're just gonna get out of the flames, you know. Wait for the telly to kick in. Here's the way up. Well, actually, we'll go up and we'll rest. That was a fun shaft. How much fun did you guys have? I had lots of fun. You really want to, you really want to have a blink scroll for situations like that. Yeah, that was a shaft. We landed right as you explore bottom up like the devs intended. A little hard to do in Orc, don't you think? But yeah, that is, that was a shaft directly into the end vault. Pretty rare, but it does happen in this particular branch. Not in rune branches, though. I'm actually glad that this is the giant ending, because I think we just took out possibly every single MR threat on the floor. I mean, that was a really sick MO. How's the life? The life is good, Anani Badger. How's yours? I'm almost done editing my book. I'll be able to publish that soon. In fact, I was going to pull an all-nighter and finish that after the stream, so hopefully that works out. Getting tons of gold here for Gozag. Wow, this is a king boss pimp robe. Too bad we're not not a caster. This is 0.23 spoilers. I am not a big fan of Trunk right now because of a lot of different things. Int -5 robe looks pretty junk, but strength +9, man, you can be the ultimate monk. No, I agree, that's a crappy item. I was just kind of being facetious there. However, we did find some gloves, which would be very cool if we weren't using Gauntlets of War. But yeah, none of this is very important. But yeah, in GMAT I wrote a fantasy novel. No magic spells in there, sorry. Alright, cool, we got some potions. Welcome to the stream, by the way, spoilers. I have not seen you here before, so it's always good to see new faces. We are doing a world record streak here, hopefully. Alright, so lackluster shops, but I don't care because I'm worshipping Gozag. All that gold is the real prize here. See if we can melee this Etten to death. Hey, we succeed. Jewelry boutique. I see we found another pro magic. I'm inclined to wear that over the +5 sleigh. Now I can tab to my heart's delight. As for amulets, we're currently wearing magic regen, but there is reflection here. Oh, I see, spoilers. Yeah, a lot of people treat the game like that. They just want to see the changes and then hibernate for a little while. I can totally understand that. I'll probably do the same thing after I get the world record streak. If I get the world record streak. Yeah, it is an awful lot of work, STG, which is why I hope it makes some amount of money, some non-zero amount of money. Okay, I'm going to, with my newfound MR, which makes me almost immune to an Ancient Lich, we're going to just tab through the rest of the dungeon. Crap, I should have lamped, but that's okay, I'll lamp here. Ooh, okay. Let's reset. This is a slightly, this is growing to be a slightly awkward weapon to be continuing to use because the base damage is low. It's not bad, it's just no longer ideal. Polymorph the Conjurer, or the Reaver I guess he's called. Yeah, draining can really rough up your character, SGG. Got to be careful. Oh, sleep is possible. Don't even care what this halberd is. I mean, I'm gonna, you know what, I will identify it, just in case. Alright, it's anti-magic. I just wanted to see if it was minus telly, which could have been useful. It also could have been, I guess it could have been disto, which would have been bad for me, but whatever. Minotaurs should be able to use giant spike clubs. Changed my mind. Well, I have this radical idea to make it so any species at all can actually use giant spiked clubs, but your size dictates how much strength you need to be able to use them. So like if you're a Spriggan size race, you can absolutely use a giant spike club, but you need like 40 strength. Whereas if you're an ogre size or troll size, you can use them automatically. And if you're human size, you need, I don't know, 30 some. These are just spitballed numbers. I don't know what the end ones would be, but I think it's an interesting idea. Well, I mean, but that's the thing is by the laws of physics, they totally could, STG. They just need to be godlike, godlike strength, you know, to do it. Yep, that is Talus. Talus knows what I'm talking about. He's been doing the D&D thing. Identify these potions. Degeneration. Okay. Sure wish we could find a broad axe with a brand on it, or perhaps a brand weapon scroll. Honestly, we have 4,000 gold. Normally I don't buy too many shops, but I think I'm gonna do that. Here's the shop party that we're setting up outside the lair, so call a merchant. Okay, no weapon shops, no scroll shops, which is what I'm really looking for. There's an armor shop and a distillery. I guess I'm gonna go for armor. As crystal plate. Crystal plate is available. But we're enjoying our MR plus for now. So no. I'm going to call one more. Weapon shop. Go for that. Vampiric Broadaxe, hello. Hello. Okay. Sounds good to me. GG. I think it was GG from the minute that I picked Minotaur. But yes, it's quite a weapon. Well, rogue shenanigans, think about it. Like, if you're a big dude, right? Picture like a 6 foot tall man. He's going to have an easier time picking up a giant log just because of his, you know, he doesn't have to be as strong to pick up a gigantic log than like a, I don't know, like a 4 foot tall teenager, you know, because it's unwieldy. Yeah, Lentils, Minotaur is pretty easy. I mean, if you're a newer player, absolutely you can die playing anything, but Minotaur is a very, very, very strong species. In my hands, it's kind of, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, it's just anybody who can win regularly is going to have a hard time losing on a Minotaur, I think. Whereas if you're a newer player, I mean, yeah, you can die on anything because no matter how strong your species or your background is, the game can punish you very easily. I don't know, rogue shenanigans. Think about when you have like a really awkward grip on something, or like, you know, here's a better example. You know, when you're moving, okay, from one house to another, and you're moving furniture that's really weird and unwieldy. You know, you can have a 50-pound like dresser drawer that feels like it's 100 pounds because it's just annoying to get a, you know, a grip on. Whereas if you were just picking up like a 50-pound weight, it would be way easier. You wouldn't need to be as strong to successfully you know, man mode it into your house. I don't see any warping. I'm warping my axe directly into the chests of the enemies. I'm using muscle magic to do so. I curl 50-pound weights in one arm all the time, alright. Cloak of Invis. Do I want Invis more than I want Repulsion? Probably not. Actually, yeah, I do. Maybe. Yeah. Enchant weapon. How's your lateral raise though, Anani Badger? I was doing those the other day and I felt like an infant. But yeah, Lentils. The thing that makes Minotaurs so strong is, number one, they have that attack where they, you know, if something misses you, there's a chance for you to retaliate with your horns and do a ton of damage. So you could press the the period key and probably win D1 just by virtue of your horns. But then there's also a couple other things, like you have really good stats, you know, your strength is high, I mean. Your aptitudes are indeed amazing if you want to be like a melee bruiser. 30 pounds, that's pretty good actually. I actually did bench and row right before this stream. What's our lair branches? Slime, or not slime, swamp and spider nest. Of course slime, you always get slime. Swamp and spider is considered pretty easy. Let's lamp these dudes. I gotta be a little bit careful against these because I don't have resistance. I bench all the time too. You mean sitting on them, right? Yes, of course that's what I mean, Totary. Okay, let's identify the scroll. Its noise will drop it. I saw a flaming hand axe right on the ground. So we're going to grab that for the purposes of for hydras. And it kind of sucks that we might have to swap off the vampiric broadaxe, but what are you going to do? I think we could probably man mode through hydras with the vampiric broadaxe, but maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to buy this crystal plate, I think. "27 heads, they will eventually die." Oh, okay. Actually, I'm not gonna do the crystal plate. That's too much. I just know at 23 strength that's gonna wreck my EV. The thing is, I don't need this MR right now. Not really. Depending on how greedy I want to get, I can even wear the slaying instead of MR plus. And then what we'll do is we'll wear the RC plus plate on the ground. That'll save me money. That'll make me resistant to bog bodies. Wait a minute, do I have our poise? That's the big problem. Okay. Alright, I lied. We'll spend a little bit of money. We're gonna buy this plate armor of our poise. Cool. And then we'll just pop on our C, I guess, if bog bodies become an issue, but I don't think they will. This is good. Alright, let's go into swamp. Okay. I don't know, man. We're going to try this with our +10 slay. Oh, it totally works. Alright. I don't really trust my defenses if they get too many heads, though. Technically, we have a +15 broadaxe of Vamp right now. Yeah, I have a ring of +5 Slay and the Gauntlets of War, which are another +5. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? Hey, there's also there's a +5 plate with 3 Slay on it. Maybe I should get that. Slay works the same as bonuses on the weapon. So essentially every time you attack, it adds 1 to, well, 0 to whatever your max Slay bonus is to both your accuracy and your damage, I believe. So if I have effectively 5 from the broadaxe, 5 from a ring, 5 from the gloves, I have effectively +15. So every time I attack, I'm getting 0 to +15 accuracy and 0 to +15 damage. So you can imagine how good that is. Requirement. Gold. Didn't even have to think about it. 630 is not bad. I want to drop stuff. Do I have resistance? I have a bunch of resistance. We're going to drop corrosion. Okay, that is vampiric. Interesting. Oh, it actually just, it adds the whole thing to your accuracy? That I didn't know. That's really interesting. Donald just gets wrecked. He has a, alright. That's really interesting. Wow, we're gonna drop our large shield. I'm gonna, for the time being, probably not forever, we're gonna wear this shield to get that R poison, that R elec. That means I can drop the poison resistance plate. That means I can go run and grab the cold resistance plate, and now there's really nothing in Swamp that can cause me any kind of headaches except for Thorn, Thorn Hunters and the Bramble guys. Having R elec though is amazing because that means I don't have to worry about Nicola so much. The 27-headed Hydra. Alright. Hey, we got shafted. Well, we have the magic, we have the silver bullet, the phantom mirror. Whoa, there he is. There's our boy. Just as soon as I said. Now he could still do like, you know, before resistance he does like 230 some damage, potentially, so we're going to need allies to absorb some of that electrocution. Tempted to use summoning. But let's see if we can't be a little greedy. Just kill him with acid. There's enough stuff on the board that I'm... Yeah, that was good. Another +2 AC from the cloak. Don't worry, Toturi. Next run is a Draconian Venom Mage, which threatens to be significantly less free. I'm actually pretty worried about that run because, well, once I get my color, it'll be good. But before that, a lot of bad things can happen. I mean, getting to level 3 is largely a win condition, but then again, because Grinder exists, it's not, you know. Hey, I didn't say which color, Ninja Joe. Green would be pretty fun, I guess, to get the aptitude, but of course I always want red. Running around a pillar was one of those for half an hour. Yeah, that's the story I always tell, because Sting just really blows ass at level 1, you know. I think the first thing I'm going to do on the DRVM, though, is train some spellcasting up to 2.5, just to get that extra point of mana. Then we'll probably take stealth up, and then we'll train air, because at that point we'll have P-Vapor, and that's going to be the thing we're going to cheese. And we're just going to have to kind of cross our fingers and hope D1 works out, because that's just what you do on a you know, fragile caster. I think this might be Lerny. Oh wait, no, this is only Swamp 3. Also, I don't know if I said hi to Arcane. How you doing, man? What is this? What is this little area? Let's drink a flight, I guess. Dude. Actually getting a little owned here. Okay, well, where are the Well, we'll drop some stuff. Don't need the hand axe of flaming. +6 ringmail, strength +3, Sinv. Okay. Because I don't know how this thing is going to fare, I'm going to lightning that, and then we'll put on the plate armor. Here we go. Alright, good. The ringmail's not bad, but I'd rather have RC all the time right now. Okay, hopefully this doesn't send out... Guys, it does, goddamn. See, this scares the crap out of me always. Because I don't want to get paralyzed. If I get paralyzed, it's like instant death. So we're actually going to burn a fear. You know, for the life of me, I don't know... Wow, fear actually failed against one of them. I don't know what the optimal move is, really, against those guys if you're somebody who isn't totally immune to poison. Because every time you attack them, there's a chance these dudes pop out that can paralyze you. So it's like you need really perfect positioning, like a hallway, which doesn't really exist that much in Slime, or you need a way to create distance between you and the enemy, which, I mean, I guess we have Blink. Like, I guess I could put the experience into getting Blink online. Para them or Petrify. That's an option. But, I mean, it's just like, the fact is, they do 45 damage, so... It's 45, right? 41. But I mean, when you're paralyzed, that adds up really damn fast. And cuts right through your AC, which is the only defense that you have. So it's you can imagine it's pretty bad for the player. And I don't know if there's just something I'm missing, but that is like a black hole in my strategy. Something I've never really had a good good plan for that doesn't involve burning resources, you know? Because if the hornets spawn right next to you, I mean, what do? You burn a fear, you burn a blink if you're feeling really wasteful. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the perfect move is. I don't know what the move is that conserves resources. Some characters, I guess, just don't have one. As Ninja said, I mean, yeah, I think you can hex these guys. Let me see. Yeah, their MR is pretty high, actually. I mean, you could hex the Hornets, but that's not guaranteed, and by the time they're out, they're probably right next to you. So again, you've got a bit of a problem, you know. Look at this nonsense. If we got paralyzed here, we probably would live. I mean, I'm in a better place than most characters because, well, Gozag has that, Gozag has the distract. So even while I'm paralyzed, they're not acting as much as they normally would be on account of the distract, but ordinary characters are just really flirting with disaster. Alright, this looks just filled with fun stuff. Can we defeat it? Bunch of Spriggans. There's even a Spriggan Berserker, I think. Yeah, there is. He's wielding a rapier called Extermination. Dispel Undead, Agony, Empiric Draining. But there is stuff in there that I want. So we're going to Pro Magic. Okay. Gonna Lightning Rod this fella. Alright, Berserker goes down. We will Acid. Is the ghost dead? The ghost is dead. I can put Slay back on. Not bad. Good use of resources. Got enchant armor out of it. You know what? We can drop potions of magic. We don't need those. And we'll also drop brilliance, I think. Good. All right. That's it. As for the enchant armor, oddly enough, I think we just wait on that. I suppose I didn't need that. Identify the scroll, though. It's brand weapon. Alright, we could enchant the broadaxe if we were so inclined, and we will, but not yet. Because later on, maybe in like Zot, I'm not going to want Vamp so much, but right now it's great. Later I'm going to want to be able to kill Orbs of Fire as fast as possible. But right now it's perhaps one of the best brands I could ask for. I think we got the demon ending. But then again, I see an awful lot of Hydras, so... Whoops. Yeah, this is Lerny. It's got to be Lerny. There she is. Let's see what happens. Your 27-headed Lernian Hydra bites the 27-headed Lernian Hydra. It's done. It's going to slaughter this stuff. Never mind, he's dead. That's okay, though. The rest of the vault should be pretty easy. Almost feels like cheating. Well, the coolest thing about it is that if you have the Phantom Mirror, you really don't need evocations either. You know, you just use it up and there you go. Dead Lerny. That's the trick. It's so useful that I'm surprised it hasn't been nerfed, to be honest. Okay. What god do you want on a DRVM? Gozag? Probably. I would take a few different gods, though. I would even take Sif Muna, probably. Maybe. Kind of depends on how well I'm doing. Because it's like, if I'm doing super, super well, I'll probably hold out for Gozag. But if I'm not, then, you know, maybe not. Let's go into Spider. We should slaughter this place. Oh, I'm wearing a robe. Remove curse. Thought I dropped that. Actually, we're gonna drop the plate armor. Wait for Jivia. I don't think so. Storm Dragon Scale is available. That would resolve my electricity resistance problem without forcing me to use the shield, but the shield is just so good that, I don't know, I think we stick with it, you know? I don't know, you guys. My instincts are telling me to go for Crystal Plate. Although Gold Dragon would be ideal. Yeah, Minotaur aptitudes are insane. You didn't know that? They're really good. Dude, let's buy up all this stuff. This is all amazing. Boom. And the beasts. Could get another shop. I shouldn't need to bribe. Antique Armor Emporium versus Armor Shop. The Antique Armor Emporium costs almost twice as much, but I think it's more likely to have artifacts, I believe. So we're probably going to get that. And it's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap. Thanks, game. Alright, let's just buy the crystal plate. I know it's expensive, but I don't even care. Normally I would not waste my money so much, but I mean I can afford it. 34 AC, that's pretty good. Plate is cheaper than that shop you didn't use, yeah. Yes, yes it is. We have 4 enchant armor, but I'm going to hold out for gold dragon armor, I think. Anyway, our AC is huge in there, and that's really good. Our AC is huge, and that's really good in Spider, is what I'm trying to say. It's especially good when you have a vampiric broad axe. Probably put on Senv instead of Pro Magic. Yeah, that's good. Sort of a shame that we found a crystal plate and not a gold dragon armor, but what am I going to do? Complain on the Minotaur, the super powered Minotaur? Uh-oh, getting corroded. Well, we got confused, but we killed it all anyway. I'll get so many gold dragons and Zot. Well, we're stacking up enchant armors, and if I were to find like a scarf of resistance, perhaps, you know, we'll just enchant up the crystal plate at that point, because the crystal plate can be enchanted to ludicrous levels, plus 14, which is pretty great. And we're going to have the strength to support it by the end of the game. Wide open floor here, for the most part. An ordinary character would have some trouble with this floor, perhaps. Oh, come on. Scarf of Resistance. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Nah, Cloud Immunity. Okay, we're gonna drop Scroll of Brand Weapon. We have 2 now. That's really, really good. That's gonna make me very able to turn this broad axe into something better later in the game. Let's drop some throwables. I want to drop more. I'm going to drop Polymorph and Descent. Make sure we don't pick up more of those. We shouldn't need those for the rest of the game. Got a 3 stack of ammo, that's nice. Yeah, that's true. Naughty Badger does have truly amazing GDR. Big poison there, wow. I hate how these orb spiders run away. Got him though. Okay, we're coming up on the final floor. With our poise and our lick, I can't imagine us having really any trouble at all, and with our massive defenses. Although our EV leaves something to be desired, I suppose. We'll be fixing that. Pretty soon. I mean, it's going up. We're training armor, dodging, fighting, although that's irrelevant. I mean, we'll end up with 27s in all of those because Minotaur aptitudes are just outrageous. You know, positive 2, in everything, probably except for dodging, which is +1. Gozag D2 and died of starvation. Yeah, that is the one thing about Gozag. Like, you gotta be careful in the early game. If the early game has only given you one, if you only have your starter ration, it's actually really a questionable, perhaps even inadvisable idea to go for Gozag right then and there, because the game might just refuse to give you rations, you know? It's a thing that happens. And it's always something that I've fallen for that meme multiple times, and I've had games where I almost lost and had to like go into turn count mode, you know, rushing downwards looking for freaking rations. It's outrageous. So it makes me wonder if going Gozag from the T2 altar is even a good idea, unless you've already found a ration or two. I mean, you'll probably be okay, but on a caster especially, I don't know. Coast Month goes down easy. This is a big spider for, I think we have the weird, like, 3 hallways ending. Maybe not. No, this is the doorway, isn't it? With the packed room. No, it's something entirely different from both of those vaults. Okay. Alright, baby. let's soften up the damage here. Have our poise. Alright, there we go. Got the rune. Cool. We're just flying along on the progress. Let's, wow, can we do slime now? Could we do slime now? We have our core as a swap. No. Our magic resistance just is terrible. I could wear both of these pro magics. And golden eyes can still confuse us. What's the ZOP5 strategy these days? Have at least RF ++, because the clowns can take away one of your RFs for one thing. It's hard to say. I mean, it depends on the character, but it's very advisable to have a really good god at this point. You know, I wouldn't really want to be caught in ZOP5 with like Nemelix or something right now, because the clowns are just so outrageous. Alright, I'm swapping to the chainmail of MR because this character just really needs MR+. Hopefully we find some kind of artifact that resolves that problem. Use stat form. See, I don't even know if stat form is... I mean, I did stat form for an awful lot of the characters in the first half of this streak, but you guys notice I haven't been doing it lately because the characters I've been playing just haven't been correct for it. And I honestly think stat form may do more harm than good in ZOP5, because you really want your actions to be super precise, you know? Man, we are hurting on resistances. But as long as I wear this body armor and those 2 rings, I can't be paralyzed, so I should be able to continue tabbing like a madman. Maybe. And every time I level up, I'm increasing my MR by a very tiny amount, so that'll help me. If I could just free up one of these slots, slime would become a little more doable. Let's lamp these dudes. Let's wear Send, I guess? He can't sleep me unless he's got line of effect to me, right? Okay, we're gonna Lightning Rod. I'm gonna MO these dudes, actually. Okay, now we're going to wear the Pro Magic again. Got him. Oh, we don't have RF right now. We totally don't have RF. We're going to pop a resist. That could have been dangerous. Resist is still up. But man, these guys are just, they're just going to work on me, man. It's funny how lacking RF or RC can really just make your character into a punching bag. Even when you're a big tough Minotaur, you know? I'm forced to wonder if perhaps I should be an elf, because I can give myself RF and RC by way of rings. RF is really the only one that matters in there, other than RLEC. Alright, hold on. What's the invisible thing? There it is. I think we are going to go to Elf. Actually, I should have Pro Magic on. I could get paralyzed by the Great Orb. I just want to finish this one floor. Boy, they don't want to let me. It's a very beefy floor. Seems like a hard V1. Yeah, I think so too. Though it seems harder when you don't have the resistances, you know? Another invisible thing, okay. We're not at the point where we can tab everything without swapping, that's all. I mean, we would be having a very luxurious game if we were. Hold on a minute. Slightly transparent. Okay, this is fine. Oh, nice. Broadaxe is now +9, so we can stop picking up enchant weapon. Can find gold dragons and vaults. That would solve your resistance issues. You know, I've always said that. That's always a thing that I say, but then it never happens. I'm not saying that it won't happen, but I've just kind of stopped even hoping for that because it seems so rare. You're like, okay, you find a gold dragon, and then what? He just doesn't drop his scales. But yeah, that would be sweet. Spogart. How am I so drained? Wow. That's the other thing. No Arneg. Like all the casual, just basic resistances are lacking. And it's the opposite of what you want in Vaults or Elf. Because, I mean, you need that Omni resistance, right? Well, you don't need it, but it's really nice to have. We have other things working for us, though. Speaking of which, we can actually cast Apportation. Haha. There's by Susan. Interesting. We could totally beat her. I'm just going to melee her to death. It'll be fine. Yeah. Of course, she doesn't leave. Actually, you know what, a NaNe Badger? I literally cannot get golden dragon scales because I'm worshiping Gozag. So unless it's in a shop, we're not getting it. Just realized that. So we're gonna have to think a little harder. Summon shop for rings. I was thinking armor again, to be honest. Because what I really want is a scarf of resistance. That would solve everything, for the most part. Come on. Give me my hit points back. There we go. Your rings are trash. You have a lot of variability for armor. My rings aren't... Well, I need MR plus is the thing. The rings are like necessarily trash is the problem. Like, I'd rather not be using them, but I always have found it to be a necessity to have yourself at as high of MR as you possibly can. It's like I can control damage coming in even without resistance. Like, I know that a Frost Giant can only do, like, what is it, 70-some damage, 75 damage to me per turn. There are already rings with MR and other resistances. Yeah, I mean, if I get lucky. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could summon a jewelry shop. Maybe. Although we're getting to the point where I don't necessarily want to spend my gold. I want to save it for bribes. I don't think we need it, so you're probably right. I think I am going to get at least one more shop. Got to make this as aesthetic as possible, though, so hold on. First of all, I'm still picking up tomahawks, and I don't want to be. Stop that. Just got to get this garbage away from my... There we go. Shopping mall has to be clean. Clean of garbage. Alright, call merchant. Gadget shop, armor shop, general store. I think we have to go for armor. It's the cheapest as well. Interesting. Another scale mail, or another crystal plate rather. But the +6 scale mail at the end with RF+++ and RM, that is truly interesting. We may end up in that. I don't think we will, but we might. How much money do we have? 4,000. Call merchant. Armor, weapon, jewelry. Well, now I have to make a decision. Obviously not weapon. Jewelry is cheaper by a little bit than the armor boutique. Guess I already have good gloves. And the thing is, I already have a really good amulet. So, chance of me swapping off that is fairly low. I don't know. And like the two rings, if the rings that I find don't have MR on them, then they're worthless to me at this particular juncture. So I do think we go for armor. Okay, we found a better source of MR actually. That's a significant upgrade. That's 6 more AC. We may very well end up in that for the rest of the game. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. And regen on top of it. And mana, which doesn't really matter, but maybe it will if we find Guardian Spirit. It's not like the first thing I would have asked for, but it's not bad either. And here's what we can do. Here's what we can do. Let me find my RF plus ring. Let's pop that on. R lec, R fire, R poise. We lack RC, we lack R negative. So put on R negative. I don't care if I get a BIST. We're going to go into ELF. I'm mostly concerned about getting confused, I guess, but that's only 10%. Just going to tab this stuff. Relatively free ELF. I mean, we have the evocations to get ourselves out of any bad situations, and 21 curing potions if we do get confused. So we're unlikely to just get tagged here, you know. It's pretty good. To be honest, I'm tempted to not even wear the positive energy and put on +5 Slay. I think I'm going to do that. Oh no, there's some drain. Alright. We'll wear positive energy instead of fire. If I start getting owned by fire, though, we'll trade up. Okay, there's a high priest. Nice. Sadly, we don't get that free broadaxe. Oh, we're shafted. Hey, this is always a fun shaft. We're shafted into the Hall of Blades. Alright, well that's fine. Hall of Blades gives me free gold. So, give me that money. Turn these weapons into money. This might be rough if I wasn't a King Pimp Minotaur. Let's evoke Invis. Nothing in here sees Invis. Nothing in the Hall of Blades except for Blade Masters. So this will help me. Just looked like kind of a tough fight and I was a little hurt, so. What's up, guys? Busting out of your Hall of Blades. Surprise! Let's finish the floor. It's already almost done, I guess. Yeah, this character can even handle getting teleported into the end vault, so I'm not super concerned. You know, I mean, what's the worst? What's the absolute worst thing that could happen? I get a BIST, meh. So I think we could take it. I see that there is a disconnected portion of Elf 1. That's got to be a bug. It's weird. We're marked, but we've already cleared out most of the floors, so... Wow, a +12 flail with MR on it. That's kind of cool, I guess. Too bad it's not a broadaxe. Here, coins being counted. Sick. We're going to the bazaar, guys. Always a fun find on Gozag. Magic map. Kind of like petitioning for a bunch of shops, you know. We'll make it in time. I want to grab this gold. Actually, I might be getting slowed down a little too much. Maybe we should rush to it. Hey, Alf, how you doing? Playing this very greedy Minotaur. Okay, auto-explore. What do we got? Blinking, okay. Artifact scale mail. Could be good, could be crap. Huh. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to buy the consumables. Those are the things we know are good. Teleport. How much magic mapping do we have? 5. We don't need more. Enchant armor. Blinking. We already have enough enchant weapon. Okay. Emotionally exhausting day. Well, that's rough if you're going to do D&D in 30 minutes, man. As the DM, that can be draining as well in my experience, depending on what your party is like. We're going to try the scale mail. Okay, it's +0 with our Lek and RF. I don't care about that. It's worth checking, though. Alright, slightly, a little bit of a bust in here, but not a big, not too bad. Yeah, not terrible. We got consumables, I'm happy about that. Survival horror. If you're in a darker mood, that's only going to help. Nice, alright. That's really cool. I don't know, I tried to make survival horror work once in D&D. I had a DM who was trying to do that, rather, and it kind of fell flat, but I imagine if you had the right guy running the show, it could be pretty cool. Alright. I guess I should probably, you know, I should probably exclude this off so I don't auto-explore right into it, because I want to clear out the rest of the floor before I do the end vault. See. Plenty of stuff out here to fight, and I don't want it wandering in on me while I'm trying to kill me some big boy elves. I have evasion +2. I don't care about that, but my inventory is quite full. Do I have anything I can drop? It's all these damn rings that are really clogging up the works here. I guess I can drop mutation. Come back for it if I need it. I do need some Randart jewelry, and Nani Badger was saying the same thing. But I didn't want to roll the dice on a shop for it, you know. Perhaps I should have. But yeah, it's definitely a thing that would help. This is my least favorite, I think, in terms of the, or maybe my second least favorite layout for elf ending. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't like the one that's like a big metal or a big stone sort of square with an outer chamber, if you guys remember that one. a little more than this, but this is pretty annoying just because of the water. Let's pull back. Let's pull back. I could fly. The problem with that is I could get caught back there with a bunch of stuff coming from both directions, and that would be bad. So if I, for the time being, if I'm able to lure things out like this, it's in my best interest to do so. And if I stop, if it stops letting me do that, then it's time to fly in and get some work done. But otherwise, yeah, man. I found it in a shop. I think one that I summoned. Yeah, you bought it in a shop on level 9 of the dungeon. Secretly a gift from Gozag. Okay, we're gonna fly now. To be honest, I'd rather have like a artifact, some kind of artifact axe that gives MR. But I mean, I can't complain about having a +9 vamp axe. Regen MP and RN+, no thanks. +2 strength, no thanks. Obsidian axe, yeah, that would be okay on this character. I'd take that. I bet this helmet has like MR+++ on it or something. I'd identify it for fun, but we might actually need our identifies. The helm does look cool. Oh man, what to drop? Hold on, I'm just gonna drop my MRs just for a moment. Wrong artifact broadaxe. I mean, Argo would be ideal. Oh, that's just a bunch of gold. Alright. Well, that helps on Gozag. I've already got a ton of shops, though. Fascinating. Alright. What do you mean the game's trolling me after I asked for an MR+X? Because I have only found gold? Oh, an RF plus ring, okay. Because that's technically an upgrade. Okay. Well, Elf is done. No, they didn't, man. They didn't actually give me, I was just saying it would be okay if I found Obsidian Axe. I didn't actually find an unrand of anything, any kind of unrand. Well, I have Gauntlets of War. Alright, I'm gonna burn one more shop. This is way more shops than I typically buy. Armor shop. Huh. We are really getting memed on by these shops. None of that is useful. Guess we could wear the Robe of Night for MR+. What's funny is I was going to take jewelry if the game had given it to me. Yeah, it's dark. It does the Night Stalker effect, basically. It pulls your line of sight in a little bit. It's an interesting unrand, but not for this character. Alright, what to do? What shall we do? Yeah, Yeah, I do have sources of MR, man. I'm wearing a chainmail of MR plus, but the problem is that if I want to be immune to, let's say, the Great Orb of Eyes, I have to wear the body armor that I'm wearing now, and then I have to wear an MR plus amulet, or sorry, an MR plus ring, and then I still have a 1% chance of para, so I'd have to wear both for the time being of my MR pluses, and where does that leave my resistances? In a pretty bad spot. So I can't safely do slime, really. I cannot have a fun time doing the rest of vaults on account of the fact that lacking resistances is painful. But I think we're just going to have to make it work. I mean, technically we could do slime with swaps and whatnot. It would just be harsh, is all. It's ring swapping time. Yeah, it could be. You know how much I hate doing that, but it might very well be Mighty Morphin ring swapping time. However, even without resistances, I can tab most of the faults here. Equals R. What does that do? I'm not familiar with such a thing. What is this black magic? Potion of resistance, potion of scroll of fear. Whoa, hold on, I'm not paying $470 for a potion of resistance. I got like 5 of those, 6 of them. Fear? Do we have a lot of fear? We have 6 of those too. I might save my money. There's a scroll available, just a random one. It has to be silence. I will buy the might. I'll buy the fear too, I guess, fine. Do I want silence? Try it and switch rings. Alright. Would help if I don't mess this up. So what, I don't understand what this is supposed to do. Oh, it just makes it not get removed ever? Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, the plate armor for 1k gold. Anyway, should I buy silence? I feel like I should. But I already have such a big pile of crap in my inventory. We could drop enchant armor. Don't really need it right now. Yeah, we'll buy silence. But yeah, man, if it grows annoying, I think I will put that back on. But whoa, hello. Let's drink a resistance for you. There we go. Don't want to be paralyzed by her, but I also don't want to take huge fire damage, you know. Whoa, what's this ghost? Nothing special. It's hilarious that the meth cloud actually helped me. You resistant to fire? No, you're not. I feel like these flames should have done more. Okay. Let's do Vaults 4. If we find that gold dragon armor, except as I was just saying, if we find that gold dragon, we're gonna be fine. But then I remembered again. Guess what? Still worshipping Gozag. Still can't get scales. So if we find gold dragon armor in a shop, that would be great, I guess. But I don't need to hold out for it in vaults anymore, because yeah, that's, like I said earlier, that's just not happening unless it just conveniently shows up in a shop in here. But man, that would solve all my issues on this character. Oh yeah, I'll go Zom. Good idea. Abandoning Gozag is actually, his wrath is not that bad, but why would you want to? Requirement, give me gold. 940, alright. He won't eat my corpses. It's true, he might just turn me into a corpse, you know. What would solve my problems? Golden dragon armor. Because it would cover all the main resistances. A scarf of resistance would be pretty ideal too. Artifact rings would help too, sure. Okay, that is a cloak. That could be MR+. Let's check it out. Just +1. No such luck. Okay. Vaults 4 is done. Now I really don't want to go into Vaults 5 without the resistances that I want. So let's start thinking about how in the hell are we going to safely do slime. So let's go pick up our core ring. Let's drop slaying. I'm not going to be able to use that for a while. Let's just take off both pro magics. If I look at Great Orb, he only has a 10% chance to tag me, and we'll just swap on. Pro tip, don't be bad. I'll keep that pro tip in mind. It's a good pro tip. We should be able to do slime just fine here. I'm going to Ice Blast this dude to death. Please don't paralyze me. That was also a badly aimed Ice Blast. There we go. Not bad. Go down. Now here's our first boy. We'll put on Pro Magic. If I put on 1 Pro Magic, I'm still susceptible. Maybe if I level up, that'll stop being the case. Swap to Chief, yeah. Let me get right on that. Okay, we're doing this without our core. That worked, though. That was a bit dangerous, meleeing the Azure Jelly without RC. I think the better configuration is to have Pro Magic on all the time, and then swap when other things show up. Like here, we put on our core. Ah, you feel frail. That's adorable. Playing too fast. Okay, we'll put on Pro Cold now. Yeah, not a Badger, I could, but I might need to swap both rings off is the thing. And if I'm understanding how that works properly, it makes it impossible, or possibly just annoying. Like that situation, I had to swap both off. Anyway, there's something I wanted to do, and it's just totally slipping my mind. I'm sure it'll come to me. Oh, right, I remember. I want my mutation potions. Well, I'll do the rest of this frail. That's fine. We'll at least clear up to TRJ. So what's down here? Just some slimes and a... Wow! I should not have gone up. There's a casual floating eye there. That was good to know. Alright, have fun, Alf. That's the first time I've seen a floating eye in here in a really, really long time. So that came as a bit of a surprise. I could have possibly ended the run. I didn't have our core on. Okay, I've officially changed my mind again. We want our C and our core on all the time. If I get paralyzed, that makes it less likely for me to just die. Let's paralyze this big boy here. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. We will fear. Kill this thing. Oh, he's paralyzed. There we go. Alright, let's not get owned by the floating eye. My File of Floods is still out of commission, so I'm going to clouds this dude. It's going to be laughably useless. We'll Ice Blast him. Lightning Rod him. I guess it does do a little damage. Now, I think that the floating eye, I think he's separated out. He's up here somewhere, and I don't think that's connected. I think I'm going to magic map just for my own peace of mind. Alright, good, it's not connected. So I'm safe from him. I'm going to go down now. Okay. Okay, here's the para. Go up. Put both Pro Magics on. Go down, go up. Suffer the indignity of bad corrosion, perhaps. We got to take out these MR threats first. Pull them up. Sweet. Put on our core. Once he's alone, I don't have to worry about MR threats, right? Oh boy, that's bad. Okay, Pro Cold's on, let's go up. Having a Azure Jelly just sort of be chilling next to you is not so good. Let's put on both of these, our core and Pro Magic, and I'll just deal with it if I get confused. I am confused immediately. Let's go up and probably kill this stuff while confused. So a lot of acid blobs. Nice. Looks like we found our way into Slime 5. Uh-oh, I'm marked. What's the chance of me getting parried here? 15%? Or 9%? Hey, 0%. With just one. Just wearing one MR. So we can now have our core on all the time. Okay, we cleared the floor, or at least as much of it as we can see. We have 2 ways down. That's amazing. It's TRJ. Pull them up. Well, pull them to the staircase and then run away, basically. We can fight all this. Wow, Paralyze is not working. That's okay though, we have like the perfect weapon to kill slime creatures. It's outrageously good. Let's put our core back on. Nice. If this goes badly, I'll lamp or something, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like we're fine. But there's TRJ. How many nets we got? 3? I am frail right now and I don't regen, but we have 4 blink, we have 20 teleport, that's a lot. I mean, yeah, I think we haste and we just go to work. 9 haste, outrageous. Might. Agi. I'll have so many resist, I'll burn one, I guess. Makes me wish I had my Slay Ring with me. This is okay. Throw the net. Put on my Arc Core, and by Arc Core I actually mean Arc Cold. Okay. Now we Phantom Mirror. Throw the net. Swing, swing, swing. Should die really fast, yep. Not bad. That was easy. That was really easy. Textbook. This amulet has RF on it. I think I'm going to take that instead of reflection. That starts to solve my resistance problem. We can drop the ring with RF. We get strength +6 on top of that and regen MP that we don't care about, but might at some point. I'm just going to auto-explore and pick this stuff up. I don't need a ring of magical power. Okay, there's another enchant armor here, but we don't need it. Ring of Wizardry, that's cute. Oh hey, Ring of the Mage. Okay. Okay, that's big. 2 MR on 1 item, that's we actually have enough now to be immune to Ancient Liches. Should take the enchant armor out of here. You're probably right, so I don't have to walk back and risk getting pizzoned by mutation. The thought had occurred to me. I always do that, by the way, I'm sure you've seen. I'm just like, oh, I can do it. Oh shit, dude, I auto-explored out of here into the gotcha spot because I didn't exclude off the staircase. This should deal with the floating eye. At least knocks him back. Huh, do I want to be paralyzed next to a raging acid blob? Not really. I could scatter shot. I only have, well, I have 10 scatter shot. Yeah. What I was gonna do is I was gonna fear the floating eye away, but I guess scatter shot is more likely to work. The thing is, I don't even need to burn a scatter shot because this thing will die in the flames, so I'm just gonna swing. And if it wants to paralyze me, that's fine. Like, I got paralyzed. Doesn't matter. And that way I save resources, permanent resources. Whereas the flame comes back, you know. Oops, I should have our cold on. Alright, cool. That's a rune. That's a rune, and that's another resistance. Now what to do? Our resistances are looking way better now. Although our negative is kind of a glaring hole for the purposes of getting Vaults 5 done properly. It's not really a big deal, I don't think. I just might have to swap is all. Probably drop resist corrosion. Alright, I'm going to do Vaults 5. Hey, there's our golden dragon who's not going to give us scales. I'm just going to swing until a warden shows up. And then we'll just go up. Kill the thing that can slow me. I'll just try to kill the dragon if it shows me off. That's survivable. I can always just blink away, teleport away, whatever. And we don't even really need to use resources to do this. Again, T-Mons is not a big deal. I can just scattershot his ass. Let's go down here and kill this ogre mage, actually. Distract makes this so outrageously trivialized, to be honest. Like, these guys are just not acting. Oh, we're super poisoned somehow. Let's drink curing. It also helps that I'm regenerating so fast. There's a warden there, but I don't know if I care, man. Kinda. I want to emulate this stuff, actually. Lots of interesting tactical decisions being made here. Alright, it's not my fault it works like this. It's not my fault Gozag is just outrageous. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage here, actually. Oh god. Oh, hello. That is a floating eye now. And a flayed ghost, actually. What was that you were saying about interesting and tactical decisions? There's something that could just kill me immediately. It's a bunch of bullshit, really. Okay, suddenly we're gonna have to take this seriously. I can't hang out here anymore. I have to blink for safety. I have to blink over here. I can blow this stuff up. If I want to. Tell you what I want to be doing is regenerating, but we are foolish and didn't memorize that. Okay. What can I do here? I could file. That's silly. I wish I could hit them from full range without using my file. I have to. Oh, they didn't go hostile. Curious. How many heal wounds do we have? Probably a ton. Yeah, 10. That's a lot. Let's just walk away, man. I'm wasting my... I'm wasting my ammo a little bit. We're just going to haste and agi and might, and we're going to just go to town over here. Hopefully the floating eye shape-shifted into something less obnoxious. Still the flayed ghost. For him, we're going to fog, such that he has to get right up next to my ass if he wants to start flaying me. There we go. But yeah, Totally, imagine if I had just like tabbed through that. If I had just like kept mindlessly doing what I was doing, we would have died for sure. That's what I'm always saying when I say, that's what I mean when I'm always saying that, you know, I don't care if you're playing a DDAR, Vamp would have saved me. Au contraire, if the, think about it, like if the floating eye had gotten a para on me, and he would have if I had spent 2 more turns doing stuff, while I'm being parried, I'm also being flayed, so that's taking big chunks of my hit points, right? Because there's a flayed ghost. And then everything around me was actually hitting me for pretty solid damage. I mean, I had already taken 100 hit points just sort of casually without even thinking about getting flayed, so that's how Kunix lost his DDFi streak. That's the thing. You get in this sort of mesmerized, hypnotized kind of... Well, actually, which streak, man? Didn't he get 2 separate 39 streaks? Just bribe. That's a reasonable move. He lost both to Para. Yeah, Para's the thing. Did he get the old Paralyze 6 Furhy special? That's always a classic. Dude, this Titan is just wrecking my aim. Here we go. Hey, Mr. Shapeshifter. I'm going to lamp and try to take out this guy before he breathes on me too much. Here we go. Whoa, we took fighting to 27 without even meaning to. Okay. I guess we'll do the same thing with armor and dodging. Take out the shapeshifter. It could become a floating eye at any moment, so sort of horrifying to deal with, so let's not deal with shapeshifters. Another plus side to Zen, perhaps, being able to recite to low hit die shapeshifters and just turn them into salt. Ooh, Giga Drained. We're slowed, but it should be okay. Annual stealth and a fake rune. I don't need stealth, so whatever. Okay, let's take out the flayed ghost. He could start taking chunks of my hit points at any moment, you know. I should have swapped our positive, or our negative rather, against those shadow dragons to avoid draining, but it's fine. I see we've been picking up fun little rings, R core and R negative on one of them. That's kind of cool. RF and MR minus, well, that's totally useless. Can drop the R negative, or the the R negative ring, since we have a strictly better one now. He was killed by a Soul Eater. I see. That's no fun. Hey, hello. Hello, Boots with MR. That changes things a bit. what that means is I no longer am saddled with the +8 chainmail of MR. And maybe I'm not even saddled to the ring of the mage if I could find one more pip of MR, like on a cloak or something. So that opens things up a little bit. I could burn those that giant stack of scrolls right now on. I could burn that. I could burn that on my crystal plate if I were so inclined. I could also burn it on something like, I mean, it's less sexy, but like the +3 plate armor of cold resist. I could turn that into plus, what is it, +10? Yeah, +10. I could do that. And then wear this thing and have good resistances across the board. That's probably the, you know, again, less flashy, less interesting perhaps than going for the biggest AC possible. But I think it is the right move. We just found Amulet of Air, by the way. That opens up a couple more things. That lets me take off this shield if I want. But honestly, I don't care for it. Honestly, because our cores, or excuse me, inaccuracy is just really annoying. Okay, Rose. All right. Okay. Let's. How about you give me my para? There we go. That was a strangely difficult fight there. Anyway, we'll make some decisions about items as soon as Vaults 5 is actually done. As I am prone to do, I like to finish floors before making big choices. Wow, +10 plate armor. Never underestimate the V5, it's true. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with this. What we're going to do is we're going to wear this ring. We're going to drop the chainmail of MR+. We're still immune to Ancient Liches. Oh yeah, I know it has our core, which is pretty nice, but we have this our core RN plus ring. So if you look at my armor right now, if I'm wearing that ring, what am I lacking? RC. I mean, there's an RC plus plate. So we'll just hold on. Yeah, I don't even have to buy the +3 plate. I'll get the +2 plate and we'll turn that into +10. And that's going to be our endgame armor. And we're going to have pluses across the board. At this point, the only thing we're lacking is Synv, which I can swap on. And that's a minor annoyance, really. So this is easily the game. You know, I mean, look at this. Can't be enchanted further, +10, 42 AC, 19 EV, 17 SH. The SH could be higher, but eh. The fact that this is all green and my MR is filled out is just incredible. And I think this is the only way to make this happen. So, I think this character wants to do Crypt, just for the gold. Maybe. And look at all this free gold I'm picking up. Just from the trash sort of popcorn garbage monsters in here. More strength. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Let's not tab into a... Okay. Oops. Let's acid this guy, acid this guy. Alright, you want to play like that? We're going to Holy Word. Ice Blast because I don't want to get slowed. Acid finally hits. See Khufu's here. Don't tab the greater mummies, I know, right? Damn it, I really want to kill his buddy. But technically I can die here if they were to double. Wait a minute, I can scattershot, that'll definitely kill him. There we go. What the hell? Okay, that's interesting. Scattershot's good against Khufu from far away. I forgot his AC is crap. That's incredible. Look at this. Watch, watch, watch. He's just gonna die in like 2 hits. Yeah, he did. Sick. I learned something today. Khufu, 2 pips of AC. Greater Mummy, 2 pips of AC. Huh. I guess that's not that good. Although I do have 15 evokes. I'm going to turn that on until the rest of the game is up. We're going to end up with like 27 in all of these. Got a Holy Word to replace the one I used. It's always sort of unfortunate when you find Khufu on Crypt 1, but this character sort of ran him over like a truck. So that was cool. Flayed. Down, up. Up. Gotta play it safe against the flayed ghosts. Now remember what I said about lacking sin. If it's not going to kill us, it's just going to be like a minor annoyance, and it's really going to be most, perhaps most noticeable in here. Probably shouldn't be tabbing into, well, MR/2 enemies with a Vampire Knight around. That can end in bad ways. Really obvious bad ways. Actually, you know what? It's about time. It's about time to rebrand my weapon. I guess Vamp is pretty good, and I mean it's okay in depth, but I at this point I think I'd rather be doing big damage. And we will just obliterate the rest of Crypts with something that's not vampiric. Okay, we got the perfect one immediately. Crypts isn't great with cold, but the rest of the game is. Freezing is amazing. It's the one I want. Slows down Draconians, does okay damage to Orbs of Fire, although I guess I'd prefer chopping or whatever, Vorpal. Something I forgot to do is chug down this mutation. Nice. Not Venom Protection. Well, we had like 2 more brand weapons. Like all the brand weapons that have been refusing to spawn for my other games decided to spawn here. Okay, Cursed Skull brought in a Flayed Ghost immediately. Oh god. Hold him up. Okay, we got the acid immediately. His AC is still incredible, so Scattershot's not going to do anything for me. But we got him. LCS Lich goes down easy. No, we're not going to get the Tomb Rune. I'm just doing this because it's like relatively free. Relatively free experience and gold especially. And on Gozag, that's amazing. By the way, we don't have a hat on, I just realized. That's the first hat of the game that we found, and it's an artifact. Minotaurs can wear hats, but boy, there's a lot of really ugly-ass things in there. So we'll clear the floor first, perhaps. I'm going to put on senv. Okay. 2 potions of experience, damn. That's outrageous. This character doesn't need that help. Can I move that to my D1 on my DRVM? Is that possible? Okay, greater mummies go down easy. Now the end of Crypt 3. I could MO here, but I think we're fine just meleeing, to be honest. Really didn't want 2 ancient champions able to like Giga Iron Shot me at the same time. Okay, he's hasted. What could he possibly have? It's not the LCS guy, so I don't care. Lots of gold, more scatter shot. Alrighty, that's good. Tab, tab, tab. Okay, not bad. But this thing's going to be fun. Two of these things, huh? Well, first, actually no, there's 3. God damn. This could just straight up kill us. Should I even go in here, I wonder? I mean, I could burn... If I haste and I go in, I could burn like a holy word immediately. Maybe 2. Problem is that that hat is just so good looking. You don't need anything more to win. That's true. Why's there gotta be 3, man? That's my question. Why's there gotta be 3 cursed skulls? I'm tempted. I wish I could go tree form and then move in. But like haste doesn't guarantee that I'll get a free action in front of these guys. Alright, well, it's like Khalid always says. Discretion is the better part of valor. We're not doing this. Transporter volts are stupid, and we're not doing this. I know you guys want me to, but 3 cursed skulls is a big deal. That could be instant death. I roll in there, 3 torments, an iron shot, boom, done. That's all it takes. And that's only like a fraction of what's possible in there. If I could like, if I had bribe active when I first saw those things, maybe. That might have been okay. But nope. Let me just get Shatter online, guys. On this sweet Minotaur. Let me just swap to Gozag, or I mean swap to Lagonu rather, and then swap back to Gozag. anyway, I mean, like Man said, I don't need anything else to win, so going in there would be the absolute height of hubris. I just got shafted. Hey, some shops. Clouds. Some rings that I don't care about. I want to buy all of these sacks. I want to buy the box. Scatter shots I'll buy. Everything else I'll probably leave. I do want the clouds though. And I want the digging. Nice. If it was just like one Cursed Skull and a couple of ancient champions, I probably would have taken the risk, but 3? I mean, goddamn. 3 is insane. That was a floating eye. Paralyzed. Holy shit. That's weird. How did I get paralyzed? That doesn't make sense. I knew he was charged. Did he get random energy? Is that how that happened? They're not fast. Unless I'm missing something. I'm not dead, so that's fine, but my actions here were taken in a very careful fashion, so I don't know how this happened. See, I saw him, he charged up, I saw him charge up, he stepped off the screen. So I threw the lamp out, because I knew if he came back in, he'd start taking damage. And then I swung on the slime creature one time, and he came back in, and he activated the para. So he had to get random energy. That's sick, man. That could have been so bad. So I'm glad that didn't happen. How much digging do we have? 18? That's a lot. Here's the time when I wish I had Vamp. But I don't feel bad about rushing to freezing. This is fine. Although now that I know that I'm going to be in plate for the whole game, I am tempted to learn regen. I don't know though. I think with my aptitudes, I should just leave it alone perhaps. If I get 27 in those other things, I'll go for it, I guess. I found an artifact ring. Nope, just a regular ring. Alright, Depths 2 is done. Do the requisite look around. No artifacts. Let's go into Hell real quick. Pick up the horn. Do I have Vuln? Wow, there's tons of Vuln and I just haven't been picking it up. Let's go grab those real fast. Tons of reasons. Tons of reasons to have Vuln on this character. We're a big boy evoker type guys, so. Oh, right, I got shafted out of Depths 1. So I should probably explore it, huh? I don't know where Garyon went. Is he going to force me to do this whole floor? That's pretty annoying. He just kind of keeps wandering off every time I step out the gate. Wow, we didn't even need to... He's getting wrecked so fast. We didn't even need to para him like I had planned. I'm just killing the stuff so I can get the gold. Cool, alright, off we go. I just took a hatch, I don't even care. This character is so strong. He can hatch himself. He can voluntarily shaft, that's cool. The only thing that can kill him at this point is a floating eye. Barring just huge unforced errors. Although it would take a pretty big error on my part even for a floating eye to kill me, although that could easily happen if I play too fast. Hey buddy. We don't need to hit up the ziggurat. As much as I'd like to go on a quest for a hat, I think it's okay. I think it's okay to finish out the game without one. That Shadow Fiend situation was a little awkward. We're going to dive Zot, by the way. Are you going to keep streaming Crawl when you match the streak? I mean, I'm going to go one past the streak. I'm going to try to win the combo that killed Elliptic, which is the Spriggan Enchanter, kind of iconic. But aside from that, I don't know. I might stream other games. I might stream development of the fork that I'm going to be working on. I don't know. It's a great question, and I'm just not sure. Probably once in a while. It'll probably be more my fork than the main line. You know, legacy crawl, so to speak. Yeah, Dort, I can reveal to everyone what a bad programmer I am. Yeah, that's correct, man. I think I'm gonna, if I get to 44, I think I'm just gonna leave it alone and leave it active until someone overcomes my streak. I could continue with the ZXC streak, but I think I'm gonna want to break from crawl at that point. I think I'll just stream 100 DDARs. Yes, I did just tab Louise. It's a buff character, what can I say? Exactly, Totery. Yeah, she's pretty trivial in depths. Okay, this is annoying. Believe it or not, those birds are not resistant to acid. So I was using that on him. Don't know what happened to the Flag Ghost. Maybe he died. But that's what was worrying me, the combo of Caustic Strike plus Flayed Ghost. Actually, there he is. Alright, buddy. I can always cancel his crap off, and we probably have a big pile of cancel. Yeah, 8. Helmet we can't wear. DCSS quest for the hat. Hat quest. Okay. Floating eye shapeshifter again. How many floating eyes are we going to have this game, man? It's not as bad as hunting for a barding, that is absolutely true, Totary. The hat's just kind of a fashion statement at this point. I wish there was a way to see what it was. Hey guys, hey fellas, hey pals. Caustic Strike pack. I'm going to casually tab these two. Merging both barding types into a single barding item. Yeah, that was done a while back in Trunk and then almost immediately reverted. And I might, I don't know, I might bring that back. Sounds fun. Why was it reverted? Because no fun, no fun is allowed. What is happening? There we go. No, it was absolutely in Trunk. Or maybe it was just, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking of your post, and maybe I'm having a fever dream. This wouldn't be the first time that's happened. But I'm like 99% sure it was in Trunk for something like 5 minutes, and then reverted the next day. Tab, tab, tab. Look at these draconians getting slowed by my X. Beautiful. Soon we can start diving. Actually, we can start diving now. So we get perhaps the perfect Zot 1. Just a nice staircase down. See that I could just do this. So we're gonna... Wow, we got the perfect Zot 3. What a nice game. Down to Zot 4. Fully explore Zot 4. But just for my own peace of mind, we're going to exclude off this, exclude off this, and exclude off the hatch. Alright, fair point, Flood Killer. Whoa, hold up, whoa, ho 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 ho. I'm just tabbing and there's a freaking yeah, we could get turned into a guy. There's a clown, let's dig. Let's clouds. This is much better. Don't mess with the clown. This is not a Zen character. I am not immune to hot clown action. I'm very tanky, but I stop being tanking if I get turned into a wisp or something. We could get turned into a guy. It's true. As opposed to a man, or even a man-man, just a guy. From roast man to roast guy. The worst possible transformation. Hey, seriously, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Alright, Zot 4, fully explored. Nice, safe, up and down. You know, we can escape into Zot 4 whenever we want to, really. And it's nice and safe up here. So let's, before we go down to Zot 5, we know we could get teleported immediately, so we're going to go ahead and bribe. And then I think we're just going to, yeah, I'm just going to go straight for the freaking orb. Oh, double trap. Maybe I should stop playing so fast. This is Zot 5. That's a mark trap. Should I just battle through all this stuff? Am I a bad enough dude? Let's haste. Let's might. Let's agi. Let's resist. As long as I don't get memed on by purple Drax, I shouldn't. I shouldn't be screwing around here. This is silly. I should let my guys do a little more work. Fresh bribe? Ah, yes, the bribe ran out. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, we don't want to get owned by this clown man. Let's take that seriously by... Oh crap, my Orb Guardian is my buddy. I'm going to make a horn is what I'm going to do. Got a hostile Hellbeast and one non-hostile one. How lame. Bribe is already running out again. That's hilarious. Iron Shot just hit me in the face. Damn. Alright, we killed the thing that was shooting that. I assume a Lich. Let's Ice Blast the clown. Just going to casually fight all of Zot 5 right now. Yeah, the Lich got owned by my allies. Let's haste again. We have 1 billion hastes. Alright. I'll take this orb now, please. Thank you. No, this will not be 15 runes. We're just getting the orb and leaving. 15 greater orb run. Remember, this is a streak game, so... I mean, I could go 15 runes on any one of these games, but like I always say, it's just like a... It's a big time sink. So it's a matter of, do I feel like it's worth the time investment? The Panlord became our ally. Cool. Tallow was kind of a weird play with the blocked long. Yeah, I know. I decided to roll the dice. I don't think I need to be all that careful. But yeah, I probably should have just walked. Ah, D15. I will bribe dungeon just like I bribed depths. Now we'll... Yeah, I'm going to dig. Shorten my path a bit. Dig again. Take the hatch because I'm feeling lucky. Stuff over there, I'm just going to... Yeah, it could have been bad, but we could just teleport again at that point. I'm not really disagreeing with you, though, that it was not the optimal thing to do. Sure, Asteriously, you can call me that. That's cool. Nothing stopping you from getting the same lung repeatedly. That's true. Hey, look at this neutral distorting touch panlord. I love how unbelievably easy the orb run is with Gozag. You basically don't have an orb run if you can afford to bribe every branch. Anything that's remotely difficult just gets bribed off. Every Greater Demon, every Panlord. Boom. That's the win. I mean, we expected a pretty easy game on a Minotaur Warper. GG, guys, yeah. We have a little bit of time left. I could start that DRVM. Yep, 32 games. Yeah, I guess we could start it out. Find out how hard it's going to be at the very least. Minotaur Warper, DRVM. This is one of the hardest combos that's left in the streak, I think. This is not the longest streak ever yet, but if I succeed, if I win 12 more games, it will be. If I win 11 more games, then I'll have matched it. And I'm copying all the combos that Elliptic used. Personal best, or no, crawl record worldwide. Elliptic currently holds the record for 43 wins. And I mean, Kunix has one that's like 39 wins, but it's all DDFi, so it's a little bit more trivial. And I have one that's 37, but again, more trivial because a lot of it, I mean, you can see it right here. A lot of it is Centaurs and DDs. If you win the next game, you will arguably match the record. That's true. If you don't count, if you don't count melee bug games. Okay, let me just triple check one more time. Okay, Minotaur Warper DRVM. So it is in fact a Draconian Venom Mage. Wow, we got possibly the worst vault. That's incredible. Okay. That's not good. I'm gonna make a little... Whoops, whoa, holy shit, I did not mean to press the up button. Alright. I just wanted to do this, digging for gold. Kind of fat-fingered the keyboard there. Well, what I should do is I should stop the recording real quick. So you two people feel free to look forward to Draconian Venom Mage coming up next. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.